Man United need a striker signing this summer. And there's a player out there with 52 goals in 48 games. A player that Ruben Amorim essentially made. A player perfect for Ruben Amorim's system. But United, so far, haven't really been making many moves for Victor Gyokeres. But now reports are coming out that United could be moving for Victor Gyokeres. What has reliable sources said on the possibility of this deal being done? What is the latest on Gyokeres? What do you need to know? There's also reports that it's a done deal, according to Utd Insider, who, as I will tell you, is very likely BS. But interesting news is coming out about Man United making a bid for a player today in Franco Mastantuno. Real Madrid and PSG are interested. Could United be making a bid because they want to beat out competition to this player? There is reports that United are leading the race for Cherki as well, and we've got a little bit of a boost with Ahmad and Delik. So, hello, welcome back to Alice Talks Football. Welcome back to your 10-minute Manchester United news, transfer news, and more roundup, where I'm going to round up all the news you need to know on Manchester United right now in 10 minutes. I should be back about 5:30 tonight with a live stream as well if there's any updates coming in. Come on PSG, PSG Arsenal tonight. I'm excited for the Champions League, but I wish we were in it. But I'm really excited for Thursday, actually. I'm so excited for Thursday. Anyway, this is Victor Gyokeres. I think he scored 4 goals the other day. 52 goals, 12 assists, absolute monster. I get that the Portuguese league is easier than the Premier League, but look at these numbers. You cannot tell me that this isn't what Man United need. I like Delap. I'm a fan of Delap, but I want Delap if you can't get Osimhen or Gyokeres. I want Delap. If you can get Gyokeres, we need to be going for Gyokeres, because when I look at these stats on Transfermarkt, I just think, yes, he's 26 and he's a little bit older, but we've got so many young players at striker. Go for a 26-year-old. Go for an older player. He's ready-made. He knows Amorim's system. I think he's absolutely perfect. And, well, the big problem, I think, is Champions League football. So let's talk about the Gyokeres news, because we've got two sides of the stories. We've got one side saying a deal is done, Gyokeres has given his agreement to United, and another side saying, look, the Champions League football. So this is what reliable sources have said on Gyokeres. Manchester United are looking closely at Victor Gyokeres, but will likely have to win the Europa League to have a realistic chance of signing him. Arsenal and Chelsea interested. Gyokeres wants to play Champions League football. What I'm going to tell you now on Victor Gyokeres, before I get into the reports that a deal is close and the deal is done and this and that, is that Victor Gyokeres wants UCL football. And right now, Arsenal are strong favourites to land Victor Gyokeres. I think the reason Man United have gone all in for Delap over Osimhen and Gyokeres is because United believe that Osimhen wants to go to Saudi and his wage demands are high, and United believe that maybe they can only get Gyokeres if they get UCL football, because that's the only way, one, that they can finance it, but the only way two Gyokeres may want to come. I believe that Gyokeres wants to come to Arsenal. However, some reports have said that Gyokeres would like to link up with Ruben Amorim again. He's given his word to Ruben Amorim when Ruben Amorim first joined to Man United that he's open to join him. I don't know. Arsenal have recently sort of moved their focus from Sesko to Gyokeres. Arsenal are favourites. But I also do think with Manchester United, if we get Champions League football, I think we can get Gyokeres. If Delap goes to Chelsea and we get Champions League football, Gyokeres is one to watch. But if we get Delap, we won't get him. If we don't get Champions League football, I think he's going to go to Arsenal. But I want to talk about other reports on Gyokeres. And I don't believe this. I don't believe this madness. Man United are confident their move to sign Sporting CP superstar Gyokeres is a done deal, sources have told Utd Insider. First of all, I don't trust Utd Insider. I never quote them. But people are talking about this. There was a report a couple of weeks ago that came out that Gyokeres had given his word to Amorim that he would join him at Manchester United. There's now reports coming out that Man United believe it's a done deal. I don't think that's the case. I think the fact that we're going for Delap and we're still working on Delap and still focused on Delap says to me that's what we're doing at striker. I think if we find out that Delap wants Chelsea, it will get more interesting in regards to Gyokeres, but I think we're going for Delap. Would I go for Gyokeres over Delap? Yes. Am I shocked that we're not moving for Gyokeres like mad? Yes. But do I also think there's a possibility that Gyokeres, despite reports that he gave Amorim his word, I don't know if he wants to come to United. I think he wants service, being in the Champions League, stability, and sadly, you're going to get more of that at Arsenal. Sorry, computer froze there. Let's go into another story. So one player that I think we quite likely could land, unless we're being used by his agent to get him a move elsewhere, is Franco Mastantuno. Man United, Real Madrid and PSG have all made offers for Franco Mastantuno, according to reports Soy de Milo. This has come out via Sport Witness. Now, PSG have all of a sudden been hovering Franco Mastantuno and have an interest. Real Madrid have an interest. Chelsea do, but they don't need another youngster in that position. They've got about 10. and Manchester United. We're also looking at Ian Subabry as well. Now, one thing that I'm wary about is agent talk. I think we were used a lot in the Aaron Anselmo to Chelsea deal, and I don't want to be used in the Franco Mastantuno to PSG deal. I do think this could be agent talk saying with 3 clubs made an offer for Franco Mastantuno, la-di-la, la-di-da, la-di-da. I think there's an element of agent talk in there. There's 3 clubs interested in him. He's got a 37 million release clause. River Plate want to sell and cash in on that. The player obviously wants to move to Europe. Man United apparently are going to wait till August when he's 18 and they know how much money they've got to available at the end of the window to make a move for him. But I think if Real Madrid and PSG move early for Franco Mastantuno, Man United are definitely interested in this guy. Manchester United definitely are looking at this guy. Potentially they could put an offer in. But I think we're so focused on Cunha and Delap, I don't think until we do sales, we would know if we could afford this deal or not. So I don't expect any movement on Franco Mastantuno till August if I was going to guess. But I do know we're interested. I do know we're looking at him. I do know many clubs are interested. And I do know that if Ineos can get him, they will go for him. Ineos want this kind of player at United. But I do think in the past we'll get linked to players in South America, and a lot of the time it's agent talk to hurry up the other club that was looking at them and scare them into thinking United could go there. I think I look at Julian Alvarez and I look at the opportunity missed there, how Ralph Rangnick said we should sign him and he got swooped up by Man City. And I think that's why Man United want Franco Mastantuno. They don't want to miss out on the next Casado. They don't want to miss out on the next Julian Alvarez. But I think it is Cunha, Delap, sales, see when we need to invest, Franco at the end when he turns 18 in August. That would be my guess. But I think if PSG and Real Madrid have put in offers, I think that could force United's hand to put in an offer if the money was there. If you don't know who Franco Mastantuno is, the way I describe him is maybe Cole Palmer-esque. He's very good free pick taker, very good set piece taker. I've watched a lot of his highlights, a lot of his comps. I'm not going to act like I've watched more than like 2 River Plate games with him in, but I've watched the highlights, I've watched the comps. Yeah, so I'm not going to act like I know loads about this guy, but from what I've seen, his ball striking, his 3 kicks is ridiculous. He looks good in the tight spaces. He looks comfortable on the ball. He can play 10. He can play on the wing. I think he suits right 10 and Amorim's system because of his ball carrying ability. Elements of him remind me of Cole Palmer. That's how I would describe him. I might need to watch more of him and do more research if we buy him, but I do like what I see. I think this is a gem. I still think Esteval, who's going to Chelsea, is the best talent in South America that I've seen. I think he's far better than Endrick. I think Mastantuno is better than Endrick, but he's a very exciting player. I want to get into more news stories now. So a recent report has come out from Court Offside via Ekrim Kona that United and Tottenham are leading the race for Cherki. Now, for me, Cherki being available for £25 million, you have to look at that deal. I think we need 3 attacking additions, and the third one could be Cherki, it could be Jonathan David, it could be Mbeumo if we can afford him, it could be Mastantuno, it could be Tyler Dibling. But I think it's Cunha, Delap, and I do want a third attacking addition, even because we are thin there. Anthony's going to go, Sanchez going to go, Rashford's going to go. We're going to lose 3 attackers. Hoyland could potentially go, Garnacho could potentially go. I would like a third attacking addition. Now, Ekron Kona links us to a new player every single day. He's probably linked us to about 40 players in the last 2 months. So some people for Court Offside are quite reliable, like Romano writes for them sometimes, and some people less reliable. And I don't know. I just think that we probably have an interest in him. We're probably watching him, but I don't think there's anything to confirm that United are in fact leading the race for Cherki. Despite this report from Court Offside, they are not the most reliable source of information. I don't think there's anything that really suggests that we're leading the race for Cherki because we're so focused on Cunha and Delap. I don't think it's in Manchester United's budget and in Manchester United's capability to then be leading 3 deals. We don't even know if we're leading the Delap deal. It's Cunha. There's a meeting today or tomorrow, apparently, with Cunha's reps or Wolves to finalise that deal. This week is massive for Cunha. There's Enzo Cannabit we're working on. We obviously want Delap. I think after that we'd need to sell and then we'd maybe look at Cherki. We're looking at Cherki. We're interested in Cherki. But I don't believe this report that we're leading the race. To be honest, I don't. I think that's jumping on the gun a little bit. I think we're focused on other things. But yeah. Is this story coming in from the Manchester Evening News? Man United are hoping to welcome back Ahmad and De Ligt this week and use the Brentford game on Sunday as an opportunity to give them some game time. So I don't believe that Ahmad and De Ligt will be involved on Sunday in Bilbao. Thursday in Bilbao. I don't think they're quite ready. Maybe one of them's on the bench. Maybe we give one of them 10 minutes, but I think United are going to give them a little bit of minutes versus Brentford, test the waters, see how ready they are for the second leg, because as much as we need them for the second leg, and probably the first leg if we can, we've got to be careful not to rush them back and increase the chances of injury. Toby Collier is also set to be back from his knock. Aiden Heaven needs a little bit longer. Delo and Zirk's expected to be out for the season. Marcus Rashford also expected to be out for the season as well. But anyway, that's your Manchester United news rounded up in 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Bye.